Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tim Kelly. I am the head of entrepreneurship here at GCU, and I want to welcome all of you to the 9th annual CANYUN Challenge Business Plan Competition. Real quick, I just want to thank, first of all of our students who have done such an amazing job working so hard, putting these things together. Carson Foley, who has taken the lead in organizing all the teams, and I'll introduce a few others in just a few minutes. Randy Gibb, our Dean of the College of Business, who ceaselessly promotes our entrepreneurship community. Thank you very much. And so many of our faculty that support this. I also would like to introduce our judges. We have 3 esteemed judges this year. And some of them are amazing entrepreneurs and brilliant people in their own right. So if I could have each of you stand up real quick. Jennifer Schrader from Caliber Company. We have Sharon Huang from GPEC, Greater Phoenix Economic Council. And we have Brian Burkhardt, an entrepreneur extraordinaire and legendary. Follow him on Instagram. With that, my job is over. I will pass it over to our student heads of the Idea Club, which promotes all things entrepreneurial here. This is Andrew Flowers and Connor Keene. Let's give them a big hand. Thank you.
Thank you. Hey guys, how you doing today?
Great.
Fantastic. My name's Andrew. Like Tim said, I'm the president here at the Innovation Development and Entrepreneurship Association, otherwise known as Idea Club. It's an honor to have you guys here. We're glad that you can make it out. You guys will get an exciting opportunity to see what is going on in the student entrepreneur community here. We have a lot of different businesses, so you'll really get a taste of what it's like to be a student here and start a business and turn it into a scalable idea. That's the whole purpose of the club. In fact, we were founded in 2014 with that sole purpose of helping students take their ideas and turn them into tangible businesses that one day can come here to CANYUN Ventures and eventually scale out and employ thousands upon thousands of people.
Since its founding, guys, IDEA has helped start over 30 student companies, one of which that is actually on track to reach $1 million in revenue this year. In the past 6 months alone, we've seen it grow over 300 members, been able to sponsor multiple events like this, and most importantly, we're giving students like you an opportunity to turn your ideas into tangible businesses. Today, you're going to have an exciting opportunity to witness some of those growing companies, pitches, anything from investment management to Tinder for networking, guys. We're super excited to give you this opportunity. We invite you to sit back, relax, enjoy the show. With that, I'd like to introduce our MC for the event, Caleb.
Thank you. Can we give a round of applause for Andrew and Connor? They're juniors. They're coming for your jobs. I guarantee it. We love them. Guys, welcome to the CANYUN Ventures and CANYUN Challenge. In case you don't know what's going on, it's like a Shark Tank, but a Lope tank. The students of GCU. There's a nice wordplay. We're going to hear today from 5 companies and 5 pitches that are innovative, like Connor was saying. Some of them are an idea of like delivering food onto campuses, while some are things such as Tinder, but for businesses. It truly is amazing to see. Also, can we just give a round of applause for everybody who had it, for Andrew, for Connor, for Tim Kelly. Just a round of applause for just the event CANYUN Challenge as general. It truly is awesome to see young entrepreneurs in college making something of themselves and really changing the future and this world. If you think about it, a business and a business idea and a pitch is very much an investment in yourself, investment in society, and investment in something. And our first company, just at that word, investment. It is an investive in itself in technology, and it's an actual information technology finance app that makes investing easier. And don't we all love that? Our first company, Breakaway Investments.
Hey guys. So we are Breakaway Investing. My name's Kyle Egger.
My name is Alex Worth. The problem we are individual traders losing money in the stock market. Do I keep using this thing? Are we good? Back up? Okay. Investors are losing money. Individual investors are losing money in the stock market, while large firms like addition to this, before they find success. Ability to take human emotion out of the trading process.
To go into our solution, I wanted to talk about our competition because this is a problem that is obviously been trying to be solved before. So two of our main. Yeah, thank you. Can you guys hear me? Okay, cool. So what I said earlier was that this is a problem that's been tried to be solved before. So we wanted to address our competition beforehand, and two of our main competitors are trading groups and trading classes, like just things that you pay to join and be a member of. And we believe that while these do offer valuable assets to your investment strategy, the cons outweigh the pros. There's a huge time commitment with trading groups and trading classes. You have to be glued to your phone or laptop waiting for a signal. And so we believe that we made a more consistent way of doing this.
Our solution is the breakaway strategy. This strategy is built on the two core principles of consistency and risk management. We have designed a custom algorithm that scans over 10 years of historical data to find high probability trades today in the current market. This algorithm also calculates the probability of success as well as gives an exact dollar amount that the stock is expected to move. We also have designed an automatic exit software, which automatically exits the investor from the position. They also be able to know exactly how much they are risking per trade, and the algorithm uses advanced profit-taking techniques to secure profit without exposing the investor to more risk. We have combined all of this data analytic models and algorithms into an easy-to-use mobile app so that the user can not only see the current signals, but can also view every one of our historical signals and view our success rate since the moment we started. Our management team is ourselves up here. Kyle is majoring in marketing, is the head of sales. I'm a major in accounting and the head programmer for breakaway investing. We also have an advisory team that has over 60 years of experience in the stock market and is providing feedback on our product.
So our business model is a SaaS business model, which means that we charge for two different tiers of subscriptions, as well as a one-time fee for the software that Alex mentioned earlier that sells for you automatically. And the way that our business is set up, we don't really have any input costs, really. So our burn rate is incredibly low, which gives our company an incredibly long runway. Oh, sorry. So our go-to-market strategy is based on three different things. The first is a typical social media marketing campaign through a forum called StockTwits, which is essentially where people who trade the same things that we do go to talk about strategies and share success and failure stories. So we feel like this would be a great target to have an ad marketing campaign. We also plan in the future to have a cash giveaway on Instagram just to increase exposure. Our second plan for the future is to have influencer marketing. We hope to have a deal with an influencer on YouTube, someone that trades daily in the market, and have them use our strategy live or in a video. But we believe our most powerful market tool is our app's design. Our app is designed to take huge amounts of data and quantify them into easily understood just sets of data. And with this data, you can apply it to your own trading technique. And on top of this, within the app, we have an in-depth step-by-step tutorial for each step of the breakaway.
Our protectable IP is pretty simple. All the algorithms and data analytic models that we use for this, I customly wrote myself, and we're able to share the results of those algorithms without sharing the source code itself. We also have a patent pending on the breakaway strategy name itself, as well as obtaining legal support so that we are not liable for any losses our clients may have, and this is clearly stated throughout the app.
So our projections are based on the pricing model of $30 for our lowest membership, the Pro membership, $50 for our Platinum membership, and $150 for a one-time fee for our auto exit software. As of today, we have a list of over 65 people who've expressed serious interest in subscribing to the Platinum membership, as well as purchasing the auto exit software for the one-time fee. And so to be as conservative as possible, within the month, we believe that we could have 30 users subscribe to our Platinum membership, as well as purchasing our auto exit software. And in 12 months from now, we believe a conservative estimate is 250 users. This would give us just under $190,000 in gross revenue.
We believe our biggest asset is that we have a completely finished product that is fully scalable. In addition to this, it doesn't cost us anything to continue to scale this product. If you're interested, you can go ahead and scan this QR code to download our app or find us on social media. Thank you for listening to Breakaway Investing. Do you guys need this mic back? No, you're good. Okay.
Gentlemen, thank you. First of all, for dealing with some technical challenges, job well done. Second, it's going to get real quick because I don't get it and I'm taking notes. If I give you $1,000, are you telling me that you're an online brokerage account and you're going to pick a fund, an individual stock, and you're going to invest it for me? Or is this simply a data tool that says get in now, get out now, etc.? I'm lost. What is this thing?
To be honest, it's a little bit of both. It's an advisement tool because we use the data analytic models, like you said, to when to get in. And then we provide you with the software that you can put on your investments that automatically takes you out.
And so you could predict the coronavirus in the stock correction.
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
So you guys are telling me that your tool can predict things like the coronavirus market correction.
I'm glad that you brought that up. If any of you followed the stock market this week, you would know that it's been an incredibly turmoil week. And this week with the coronavirus, we had one day that had 120 signals and 118 of them were successful. And you can view all of those statistics and historical results in our results tab.
So I used to be a trader for Lehman Brothers. To get into the mechanics of it, is there a minimum capital investment, and what are your targeted returns for each person in their PA?
So I'm sorry, can you rephrase just the last part of that question?
Sure. So if this tool, from my understanding, is that it's an education and a platform, what are your targeted returns for the users of your platform?
Correct. So we show all of our actual price movements and all of our returns in our historical tab, but we're specifically and this is well described throughout the app and we provide tutorials, but our target is option trading. And so with the options, we show the growth of success and overnight success rates and rate of returns. Does that answer your question?
Were you asking like what is like a typical like return, or for example? Yeah. No.
Okay, so I want to subscribe, and let's say I have $1,000. One, is that enough, right? And two, so are you going to allocate so if I tell you that I want 50% in equity versus fixed income, do you do that for me, right? And are there charges per trade, or is it a subscription model only?
So we're a third party. We don't take your money. Like the only money that we're taking is you're paying for the information that we're providing you. And so with $1,000, like you were saying, that is enough because it's options, and options, as you know, is a way to leverage your money. So what we're doing is providing like the data, how much is going to move an exact dollar amount, and then the percentage of probability of success. And then we recommend the Thinkorswim platform, but you can plug that into, like you can buy the options on any of your own platforms that you already have. But we recommend the Thinkorswim platform because that's when we built the software to exit for yourself.
So I was happy to hear you mention compliance because I think that's a key thing right now. People are always happy when they're making money. When the market's up and down and they're not, that's when you're most at risk. So what is your plan if the market continues to be incredibly volatile, regulations change, et cetera?
I think that we helping combat. We're helping combat this because, like we have all of our historical success rates, and so in over the span of the past few months, the market has gone incredibly bullish run and gone higher, and then over the past couple weeks, it's fallen quite a bit, and our success rates have remained the same. And so in this short amount of time, we've proven that we can remain successful in both market conditions. But as you're right, if a market condition comes where the percent rates will drop, we'll tackle that problem as it comes, and we are constantly looking to improve our software and adapt it to more market conditions.
Again.
Put up for Breakaway Invested, folks. Great job, gentlemen. Great job. Thank you, judges. We love them so much for really putting them on the spot and making them think of what they're doing. They laugh, but they love it. That's their job. We love it. Folks, we're going to move to our next company. And anybody ever heard of LinkedIn and Tinder? We all know. You never thought they'd be in the same sentence, did you? But what if I told you our next company wants to combine the business mind of LinkedIn with the simplicity of Tinder? That's right. And I guarantee you're going to want to swipe right on our next company. It's Flask.
Test. There we go. All right. Who here has Tinder? Raise your hand. Yeah. Y'all kind of embarrassed. I see any sharks? No? Okay, look. I know it's embarrassing. Right? But what if I told you the simplicity, stuff like that, it didn't have to be embarrassing. Let's change that to networking. I introduce you Flask, inspiring collaboration. The problem is there is no effective way for professionals/amateurs to collaborate in order to build a team for a business venture. LinkedIn fails at this because it's more of a professional site, and amateurs, they don't really have a place in the platform. Instagram also fails at this because it's more of a competition site. It's all based on how many followers you have, how many likes you have. This is really, we're trying to inspire business venturing with our app. Fiverr also fails at this because it's more of a one and done type of deal. You find an expensive freelancer, and then that's the end. My name is Talbert Herndon. I am the Chief Executive Officer and Head Developer.
My name is Chase Thomas. I'm the Chief of... Oh, yeah, shoot. My name is Chase Thomas. I'm the Chief Operating Officer as well as the Head of Marketing.
My name is Tara Hammond, the Director of Product Development. So right now, we're looking at the market opportunity. There are 57.3 million freelancers in the US, and 47% in which are millennials. They are currently leading the way. And there are 61% of college students that expect to have their own business right out of college.
The top 3 reasons why business ventures fail is no market need, that's 42%, ran out of cash, that's 29%, not the right team, that's 23%. We try to hone in on that 23% and really put the right individuals with the right individuals. Just think. There's a lot of college campuses right now with entrepreneurs, probably like some of you guys in the back, who are ready to start venture. Some businesses, they try to outskirt to other countries, and that can be really expensive. Flask gives you an easy, simple opportunity to find like-minded individuals in your college campus, and you'll be able to connect with them, and start your new team.
The solution: one place to collaborate with hundreds of like-minded individuals ready to start new ventures.
A little bit about the app preview. So right now we're in kind of like the alpha mode of trying to develop a good and a simplistic feel. There's a profile screen where you'll be able to see the name and kind of about them. You see the about screen, you see their skills, their interests. So if you swipe right and another person swipes right on you, you then connect with them. The connection screen is to the right. You'll then be able to message them and ask to, let's meet up at coffee, or let's meet up at a specific location on campus, anywhere. And then the profile, simple, easy, build your skills, build your experience, build your education to really get that nice profile.
So for the revenue opportunity, of course, we're going to have our standard user. They get 30 collaborations every 24 hours completely free, but of course they can pay to show themselves more frequently to other individuals. Then we have our premium user at $5 a month. They have unlimited collaborations, and you can charge others to collaborate with yourself if you're a premium user. They can also see who would like to collaborate with them, and finally their account is shown much more frequently than the standard user. Then for the business model, for businesses, they have the potential to advertise on our platform, which we welcome. As much as they would like to be seen, we'll be willing to work with them on that.
The advantages: Flask not only finds professionals, but amateurs that are willing to work with your business. We provide an effective way to collaborate with individuals in your area with just a swipe on your mobile device.
This allows millennials a fast way to build portfolios. Just think, freelancers,
To entrepreneur. The competition. So our biggest competition right now is Shaper. Some disadvantages of Shaper is that it doesn't build business relationships effectively, and they don't attract millennials. They have 2.4 million users. Some advantages is that they already have a head start in the market, and they've managed to raise $9.6 million in funding in just 3 years. So investors see potential in this idea.
competition makes us faster, collaboration makes us better. Flask.
Okay, so if your largest competition already has over $9 million of funding, what do you guys think you need in order to catch up and beat them?
Honestly, we're kids, we're in college right now, so I feel like that's our big source of where we're gonna get more users than them. Like it said in the thing, they have like older demographics, not really millennials. Our real concern is like raising the money, like raising, I don't know how much we would be needing, but we would be going to college campus and really trying to get that building, and that's how we're gonna catch up with them going to college campus.
So you're looking for more like guerrilla marketing where you're gonna build a team, word of mouth. That's the plan?
That's we're actually planning right now, and the works, we're actually partnering with one of the clubs here, Project Management Group, and we're going to be doing a runoff of speed dating called speed networking right here at the Innovation Center, where we'll be having like speed networking for, networking, yeah.
So it sounds like you're targeting two types of audiences, right? It's the hiring company and the freelancer. Can you walk me through your ideal profile of a target company? Because my understanding is if it goes right, they don't need to come back to your website, right? So I'm trying to think of recurring revenue.
So yeah, you're correct. In the event that it's a company that's already started, we would be more of like a service for them, similar to LinkedIn, finding those individuals, bringing them into their company. And then, of course, the individual linking up with other similar individuals looking to start a company, start building that idea.
Yeah, I'd like to also target on that. So we're not, for bigger businesses, that's like a future market for them to come on the app. But our real market is like millennials, college students, people who have really no clue what they're doing, trying to find a team to help them in their area to build up. So the reoccurring would be like, okay, let's say I find a software developer and I'm an entrepreneur. Okay, let me come back, let me get a marketer now. Like this idea seems to be taking off. Okay, wow, let me go back to the app, let me get some more marketers, let me really build my team.
Okay, because I met my husband on Bumble, and my purpose was to not go back to Bumble, right?
Give it up for Flask. Thank you. In case you didn't know, GCU has a big longboard and skateboard community. Anybody just love to ride a skateboard? I'm a scooter guy myself. But you go and you park it in the Union and you leave it on there and you think it's going to be safe, but unfortunately, we live in a sinful, fallen world and people steal them. And that's an unfortunate thing. But our next company wants to make that not happen. And it's simple, providing locks for longboards and skateboards. Our next company, Waves Lock.
My team and I believes in making waves. Our mission is to protect the customer and to protect their property. The way we're doing it is by minimizing a skateboard theft and providing a lock that's affordable. So my team consists of myself. I am an Army veteran, and I study entrepreneurship and pre-law here at GCU. My team also consists of two intelligent GCU students. Drew, he's an amazing biomedical engineer, and Joe, he's an outstanding marketer. So our journey began one day when one of our friends was angry, he was upset, and he just didn't have a peace of mind. And this is because he was a victim of skateboard theft. So we decided to take on the journey and try to find a solution for this issue. So we started conducting different research, and we found that there is locks out there, but they're usually expensive, they're not affordable, and they're not secure. And in fact, they're all cable locks, which cause bigger issues. So our solution, it's a product that's quick and easy to use, and it secures your skateboard. It's portable, that it fits in your pocket. It's also affordable with college students in mind, and then we'll be able to give those skateboarders that peace of mind. So how this works, you guys might be wondering. So we're actually taking the king spring nut, which is on top of the skateboard, and we're rebuilding it into what we call the wave slug nut. The king spring nut, it's actually universal, and it fits most skateboards and longboards. And how it works is you just have to take our king spring nut, install it into your skateboard. It's only one part. It's simple to install, and then it locks in just seconds. All you have to do is pop it and lock it. And it's more secure than skateboard racks at different universities because it actually secures the truck and it makes it unusable. So the progress that we've made, it's actually been amazing. We've been working at GCU, and it wasn't until December when we were able to produce our first prototype, and we took it out to market, started conducting different tests, and made a couple touch-ups, and now we're ready for production. So we did conduct a survey at different universities, and we found that 90% of the skateboarders don't use a skateboard lock to secure their skateboard. The average price ranges between $50 to $2,000 in the US, and 60% reported to have been victims of skateboard theft. 87% of those surveys are willing to buy our product for an average price of $35. So the target market, in the US, there's actually 16 million skateboarders, and internationally, there's around 20 million. And the market is predicted to continue to grow. And in North America, around $4.8 billion are spent on skateboards every year. So we want to target skateboarders, skateboard companies, and different universities through our website and doing different on-ground events. So our key partners was extremely important to us because we didn't want to make mistakes and learn from them. So we're actually working with DCU with Rod. He's an amazing entrepreneur professor. John, he's actually an experienced engineer. He has over 20 years in experience, and he's the manager at the GCU Lopes lab. Wayne Carroll, he's actually our patent lawyer. We're currently working with him. And Brenda Mendez, she's a partner of Snell, which took their company from 0 to 9 figures in a little bit over a year. So don't be a victim of skateboard theft and get protected the waste way. Follow our social media, and thank you for your time.
How much does this cost, and how do you plan to price it?
Yes, so our prototype to build was $35. The prototype to build was $13 with buying everything from Home Depot and Amazon. So $13 to build a prototype. We found a manufacturer that can build it locally, and they can build it for $6.
And what do you plan to price it?
So the price will be $35, which give us around like a 70% profit.
So Martin, I'm intrigued, and good job.
Thank you.
A couple of things. First and foremost, making waves is my core belief. You're not allowed to steal it from me? No, it's okay. I want to know just one additional part of this equation. Just from a distance, it seems like it'd be easy for someone to just bash it off with a hammer or something. Get into the technical part about how this works a little bit for me.
Yes. So you're replacing the king spring nut with our actual lock. It spins around the lock, so it's unable to come out. and it actually covers the whole nut, which is not able to come out. And
Does it work by locking the axle, or does it just pop it up so that the back wheels are useless? I don't get how it works.
yes, so it pops up, and it's bigger than the wheels, so it stops the wheel from rolling. Thank you.
Are you able to adopt it for other types of equipment? Like, can you use it for scooters? Could you expand your market that way?
Yes, for skateboards, longboards, and all type of boards, they use the same Kingspin nut and the Kingspin itself, which is universal. So it is able to use for any type of board, and we would want to bring it to other type of.
And then second question, what type of volume can your local manufacture?
Yes, so it takes them 2 weeks to build 1,000, but after they have the first prototype, they can build it in a week, so 1,000 per week.
My last question, and it seems like you're taking the hard approach, which is B2C, when you could absolutely take this to perhaps the leading manufacturer of skateboards already. Why work so hard?
Yes, so we want to fix the issue that's currently occurring and fix the Kingspin net because it's easy to replace. It's just one thing. But we do want to work with the manufacturer, but that'll be a whole different product where we actually want to replace the whole Kingspin itself. So it'll be a different product.
Wave slide, everybody. Why work so hard? Good question. You know, before the last presentation, I asked if he ever did a skateboard and left it and it got stolen. That's obviously why this one. Have you ever been sitting somewhere? You know, we have some Discover students who are thinking of coming here. Of sitting in your dorm and you get hungry and maybe you don't have a longboard and you don't want to make that 20-minute walk. What if you could have a Chick-fil-A sandwich delivered right to you? I know I'd love it. And that's exactly what our next company is trying to solve. Lopes Eat, everybody.
Hello? Okay. Hello? Okay, cool. All right, before I start, I just want to ask a quick question. Hello? Okay, before I start, I want to ask you guys a quick question. I know there's a lot of Discovery, so who's 18? Who here is 18? Okay, awesome. The reason I asked that question is because I'm 18 too. He's 18. We've only been here for a semester and a half, and we've started a business, and we're pitching today. So if you guys decide to come here, you guys could definitely pitch, just like we're doing right now. Hello? Okay, perfect. Hey guys, my name is Kevin Vega. I'm a freshman here at Grand Canyon University studying business entrepreneurship.
My name is Suman, and I'm studying computer science and entrepreneurship.
Lopes is a food delivery service app. Delivers food to you by students for students. Try it.
Hello?
Okay.
Testing.
And what better way to explain, what this app is? Okay. What better way to you guys what this app is than to show you how it works? So say our host Caleb is hungry and he wants to order food. He would simply go to our app, select his favorite meal, his drink, click checkout. From checkout, his student ID will automatically be uploaded, so he'll be paying for the food with his dining dollars that he already paid for. All you have to do is enter a separate payment method, either PayPal, Venmo, or credit or debit card to pay for the $3.99 delivery fee. After he enters all that, he'll just press pay now, and the order would be on its way.
So I took this picture about a week ago. I was ordering a milkshake, and it took 30 minutes just to wait in line, and that's totally unacceptable.
Yeah, not only should we not have to wait 30 minutes for just a milkshake, but I want to share a story of why I started Lopes. So it was about 5 months ago. I was in my dorm. It's 11:30 p.m. I have an assignment due at 12. That's 30 minutes to complete an assignment. But that wasn't my only problem. I was hungry. No, I was starving. So I had to decide, do I want to order food? Do I want to go pick up food and not submit the assignment? Or should I submit the assignment and starve? And I really believe that's a dilemma no one should ever be placed in. And that's why us here at Lopes have created the solution to all your problems. We bring you the app.
So yeah, as you can see, our UI is simple and clean. We wanted to focus on this because students want to be able to order as quickly as possible. And as a matter of fact, students can order within 30 seconds, which students value a lot, time. In addition, we're also providing convenience. As mentioned by Kevin, you can order now anywhere at any time.
Not only are we providing the ultimate convenience for students, but we're also providing thousands of jobs for college students that pay at over 20 an hour. And the cool thing is they're able to work on their own hours. Being able to work on your hours whenever you want and getting paid whenever you want at over 20 an hour is unheard of at any other university. And that's something we're really proud of.
And we're leveraging the gig economy model. So if anyone can order, actually, imagine a professor during their lunch break wanting to make extra money on the side. Well, they can order with us, or they can deliver with us. So as I mentioned, I'm a computer science major, and I want to implement as much technology to this app as possible. That's where we're implementing AI and machine learning, so you actually get the wait times. So before you even order, you'll know how long it's going to take. Before you even get into line, you'll know how long it's going to take. So you'll never be late to class ever again.
Okay, and something else I want to mention. This is actually the live feed of the GCU cameras that we have access to, and you're actually able to accurately estimate times how long your food's gonna take. I have no idea how this stuff works, but trust me, it works.
So our number one focus was security. We've been working on this patent-pending barcode technology for the past 4 months, which makes screenshots virtually impossible.
Yeah, so using our patent pending technology, students will no longer be able to screenshot the student IDs here on the GCU campus that faculty hates. Actually, John from Sodexo, which is an $11 billion company here at GCU, said our app is definitely more secure than the current GCU app.
In addition to just barcodes, this can go beyond the scope of just barcodes. For example, QR codes. With companies such as Eventbrite or Ticketmaster, this can be implemented.
What makes us different than everyone else is we're actually fully backed by GCU. We're located here in the CANYUN Venture Center. Our office is actually 20 feet that way. We've been working for about 6 months. During those 6 months, like I mentioned, we developed that partnership with Sodexo, which is very key because after we fully establish our delivery service here on the GCU campus, they're willing to expand us to some of the other universities to establish a similar food delivery service.
So we're planning on launching next week for only 4,000 users in the Grove. We're projected to make $50,000 by the end of the semester. And by the next year of June, we're expecting to have full uses of GCU, and we're going to be making $750,000. And we're basing this off of?
That's only 10% GCU uses our app. We're going to make $750,000 in the first year of us being running. Okay, so like Dan mentioned, we're actually ready to launch as of today. Our app has been developed for about 5 months. It's finally done and ready. The thing we need is funding. The reason for that is our developers have been working hard for about 5 months with no pay, and that sucks. They're willing to invest their time in us, but it would be awesome. We had money to pay them and reward them for their hard work. Not only that, we would want to know all of GCU to know who we are. So that would include Snapchat marketing, just printing out flyers, and just different types of marketing. And what we really need is tote bags for the delivery people to carry the food and not drop it.
So as mentioned before, we're working with Sodexo and GCU. And also we're in talks with Uber Eats, who actually love our idea because this has never been done before. So we have the potential in the future to be acquired by any one of these companies.
Thank you, guys. We are... Oh, Caleb, he's over there. Thank you, guys.
Okay, guys, first of all, good job.
Thank you.
If nothing else, it was certainly entertaining. My current question really is going to be about two things. First and foremost, it seems like surge pricing would make a lot of sense.
Yes.
But we never really talked about your revenue, your take. How exactly are you going to make money on the VIG between what you're charging for the food, the price for the delivery agents themselves? Where do you guys get paid?
Yeah, so great question. Students are paying for their food using their dining dollars, their tuition they already paid for to come to school, which is a key part in our app. How we're getting paid is we're charging $3.99 off each delivery. From that delivery, it's being split completely in half. Delivery driver gets $2, and we get $2. 1 cent. Yeah. And I mentioned that the students were getting paid out over 20 an hour, and that sounds very unattainable, but we actually did beta testing, right? We ran this app for about 4 hours. I received a crazy amount of orders, and what we got from that was if students actually walk and pick up 5 orders at once, going to the same place from the same restaurant, which is super possible, they take on average about 27 minutes to complete 1 order. I mean, a group of 5 orders, and another 27 minutes, another 5. In an hour, that's over $20.
So the team is just you two right now. If you could hire a third person, what role would that person play?
Definitely marketing. Yeah, that's our key part.
To who?
Sorry?
Marketing to who? To the customer base or for more restaurants?
Oh, to customer based, yeah.
So it looked like you had some really high top-line revenue numbers in about 12-ish months.
Yeah, so the reason for that is because after we've fully established deliveries here, we want to work with Sodexo, launching to other universities, because they actually own a lot of food that goes to other universities. So we're going to be launching to other universities as well.
Okay. And when you do that, what are you expecting your margin to be?
We're basing it off of the 10% we got from our beta test. So we had 25,000 students. In one academic year, we'd be making $750,000 with just 10%.
We actually went through the hardest part, which was developing the app. The app could easily be transferred to any other campus, changing the logos, changing the names, and changing the food items.
Okay, final question. How much of that do you plan on reinvesting into growing the company?
Yeah, so right now we're thinking of investing 75%, at least for the first year, to grow to our full potential, and then from there we'll decide and talk to maybe some finance advisors.
Lopes seat, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
All righty. Well, our final company is all about giving platforms to people that might not be able to reach them. Anybody know Apple Music or Spotify? Those are chances for small artists, rappers, singers, whoever, to try to find a platform. Well, in today's society, that's so hard. We know Drake, we know Chance the Rapper, and we know Beyonce. But what about the people that are working at 3 a.m. to find their platform of music? Our next company has developed an innovative music app that allows, in a unique way, those small creators the chance to shine. Here is Rumble.
One, two. You guys hear me? All right, cool. Welcome to the CANYUN Challenge. My name is Caleb Augustine, and I'm the founder of Rumble. It was about 2 years ago, and I remember staying in a small town hotel in Georgia. I remember thinking to myself, I wonder who the local artists are. It was at that moment in time that I realized how confined our scope of music consumption really is. So I want to take a look at the music industry. What is it and how does it work? Digital streaming accounts for over 75% of all music consumption. And the streaming space is conquered largely by 3 platforms: SoundCloud, Spotify, and Apple Music. Now there's 2 major parties in the music industry. You've got your artists and your listeners. There's approximately 8 million active artists posting music to streaming platforms online, and over 500 million listeners listening to them. But I want to first take a look at the artists. The odds are you all probably know one. 80% of these artists are considered independent, or in other words, they handle their own image, they manage their own releases, and they're fully responsible for making or breaking their careers. The other 20% are signed to a record label. A record label's primary job is to market the artist to ensure their success. Of this 20% is the top 0.1% of all artists, signed to a big 3 record label. Now, these are your mainstream artists, And the odds are they're probably the artists that you listen to every single day on your digital streaming platform. The artists at the top don't tend to change much, and the reality is they control the space. Now let's transition and take a look at the listeners. According to Forbes, listeners in the US are spending, on average, over 32 hours every week listening to music. Listeners rely on social media and playlists to help them find new music. According to Spotify Insights, listeners are, quote, open to content discovery, relying on personalized curation for new recommendations. Now, I hope you're starting to see some issues arise. Marketing efforts largely determine the music that we listen to, and most artists with genuine raw talent don't have the skills or resources to market themselves properly. As a result of this, the brands and followings of artists have become more important than the quality of music. This is an industry problem. Now, problems arise for artists and listeners as individuals as well. It's very difficult to find new music to listen to, and along with that, it's very difficult for independent artists to scale. Being an artist myself, the scope of support I had was in my local community and the people that I knew. My music was consumed relative to other local artists, not the top 0.1% of the industry. So I had an idea. Let's create different brackets to compete in, kind of like a high school sports team winning their conference and then going to play at regionals and then winning and going to play at nationals. The competition starts at a local level. When an artist releases a song, first it's heard by the city. If it's well received in the city, it moves to the county bracket. If the county likes it, it moves to the state bracket, and so on. It's scale power made possible through competition. And this is the solution. Rumble is a platform centered around competition of content rather than image. And the competition starts at a local level. Artists first compete with their peers and move to bigger playing fields as they see success. This allows any artist with quality music the ability to scale. Without the prestige and the marketing tactics of large record labels in play, Rumble levels the playing field. It's a platform optimized for discovery. Exploring new music has never been easier. And for the cherry on top, it's all 100% free for listeners. So I know what you're probably thinking, this sounds a little ambitious. How does it work? Well, let's take John, for example. John's a country music artist located in Sun City, Arizona. John's been playing guitar for years, and he's recently gotten started making his own music. But his fan base consists primarily of his family and a few of his friends. When John releases a song on Rumble, he's now directly competing with 24 other country music artists in Sun City. With a little bit of traction on his song, John's song rises to #1 on the Sun City rankings, even though he only has 800 plays on his song. Now everyone in Sun City can see John's song, and he gains even more traction, pushing him into the ranks of Maricopa County, where he now competes with 500 other artists. So how do we make money? Well, Rumble has a level system consisting of 20 different levels, and it's aimed to kind of gamify the whole platform. An artist must have a certain amount of fans, streams, and likes to reach the next level. And when an artist initially comes to Rumble, it's completely free. This is to get as many different artists as we can to the platform. But once the artist reaches level 4, which is at about 100 fans, the recurring charges start. As the artist continues to level up, level 4, 6, 8, 10, and so on, these recurring charges increase. This only forces an artist to spend as they see success. But why now? There's more artists now than ever before in history. It's easy to go to the store, grab a $50 microphone, and start recording songs on your computer. Anyone can do it. Digital streaming makes up the majority of the music industry, and it's only growing. And lastly, younger generations embrace music exploration. I believe Rumble is able to meet the needs of the growing pool of listeners unlike any other streaming platform available today. So we're currently looking for seed money to develop a minimum viable product. Right now I'm working with a team of developers out in India on a user interface and a game plan for tackling the MVP. We do have a landing page set up at rumble.fm if you'd like to create an account or check out more about the concept. Rumble is going to redefine the way we consume music. It's a new, discovery-focused way to listen that's opening up ways for the people around us to be heard. Thank you. Questions?
Beautiful presentation, so thank you
you
for that. When Google started its search word, basically their intent was the more frequently a word is searched, the more likely it was going to show up at the top, right? But then marketing firms caught on, right? So I understand that the more popular an artist is, the more likely they are to show up in a listener's feed.
Right.
But there are indirect marketing ways to also game that system. So can you talk more about how your platform addresses that issue?
Absolutely. I'm going to go back to the, let's see, the kind of the UI here. Okay, so basically the way songs are ranked, it's all based on this algorithm that I developed. So it takes into account a few features. You've got your location, obviously it's based on location, time, and then popularity metrics. So I guess hopefully this can maybe answer your question. Let's take a popular artist like a Justin Bieber. So Justin Bieber decides to come onto the platform and he posts a song at Friday at 9 p.m., right? So all day Saturday, all of Justin Bieber's fans are going out and streaming this song like crazy. So Justin Bieber's song rises to the top of the US. But there's kind of a time factor in the algorithm. So all the points based on popularity metrics that are applied to Justin Bieber's song on Saturday are then split in half on Sunday. And this kind of continues over time. So in order for Justin Bieber to stay at the top of the charts, he needs to keep posting songs over and over. So over the course of a 2-week span, you might see 200 to 300 different artists in the top 3 of the United States.
Thank you, Caleb, and thank you, Rumble. That concludes our 5 companies. Can we just give a round of applause for all 5 companies? Well, at this point, Tim Kelly's going to take the judges. Round of applause for the judges and their questions. And they're going to take a moment to decide on who they want to invest in most. Well, right now, don't go anywhere, folks. We're actually going to have a little presentation for you. Here at GCU, we try to find our purpose, and a way we do that is through not just regular reality, but also virtual reality. So we are going to have an amazing company right now show you how cool virtual reality is. Here they are.
Sorry, give us a couple seconds. It's all set up. Oh, I sound horrible. Okay, looks like the end. Yeah. We'll start it. Real quick, is there any basketball fans in the crowd? A show of hands. All right, we've got quite the treat for you today. Oh, I sound horrible. All right, on the screen here, you can see that Tristan, in a virtual reality setting that we have created, playing basketball without having to physically go to a basketball court. He's an aspiring VR basketball pro, but he's got quite the road to go. And if Tristan would now turn to our mannequin here. This mannequin can be repurposed into any former or current famous basketball player. And rather than just being the stagnant figure there, we can go ahead and animate this character to go ahead and actually block the shot. That was a close one. A couple more hours and you'll get it. And then now Tristan, after this shot, is going to move over to the more educational aspect of this. So this is a basketball museum. All of these different displays show information about the objects in the display, which gives the history to basketball. And then on the walls surrounding him are different pictures from basketball history, of course having to include the GCU basketball team because we are at GCU. These pictures can be repurposed into actual videos, playing back these moments in basketball history. And then now with the demo of the product, we'll move into the actual slides of everything. The current problem that we see is that museums lack interactive engagement, as well as other institutions, not just museums. They are limited by space, and then the high cost in physical expansion and maintenance. Our proposition is to allow these different institutions to expand their domain using virtual reality, which is going to provide the immersive and interactive experiences that they are looking for. The market currently is set between $7.3 billion and the upward echelon of $120 billion expected by 2026. This has drastically increased the demand in specialists for VR and augmented reality development since 2015. And then we'll look at the market drivers. We see that this increased demand has skyrocketed the need and demand for VR in training and entertainment. As you can see, there's a couple different companies up there. Oreo has VR for cookies, of course. Samsung is teaming up with NASA to go ahead and provide more immersive and interactive experiences in the future of space exploration. Volvo is giving VR inside looks to cars before you actually go down to the dealership to purchase them, all through your phone. And then the US military is currently using virtual reality to train future soldiers. So we're going to be seeking $125,000. It's a big number, yes, but most of this is going towards development and expansion of the team. We are really, really looking for somebody to grow the business side of this, a marketer and a 3D modeler to help us with all the different physical aspects to the company. There's also the equipment, which, you know, we've been working with borrowed, but we're looking to get our own. And then the competition, there's not too much out there because it is a newer field. Unimmersive is creating educational experiences, you know, letting you explore the anatomy of the human body in virtual reality, as well as go to Stonehenge. Servios has recreated Creed, the boxing movie. They recreated that in virtual reality. And then WeVR has kind of combined the two of them and given you an exploration of the ocean. All of these companies, with the exception of Servios, we see as possible exit strategies. And we are Invex, providing innovative virtual experiences. With me is the team, Tristan on the far end, Michael Stauffer, Deep Contractor, myself, Roy Hendricks. We are all software engineers. We definitely need business gauged people to help us, you know, pitch this better. Thank you.
Invex, everybody. Thank you. I can take that, buddy. While the judges are still making their decision, we want to bring up another company. It's something that we've seen around the GCU community, and it's all about longboards. Give it up for Lux.
Here at Lux Longboards, we believe in adventure. We have found a sizable niche of over 20 million college students in the urban population that desire something more adventurous than the mundane. The mind-numbing commute that they are currently stuck with. And we want to provide a commuting experience that is anticipated and looked forward to every day. Sorry about that. So I actually came to GCU my freshman year and was immediately faced with the issue of commuting on campus. It wasn't until my sophomore year that I purchased my first electric longboard on a whim. That immediately became the highlight of my commuting. But as I was going around campus, I continually had students stop and ask me to demo my board. And they would mention that this would be a nice way to get to class. And that's when my entrepreneurial instincts kicked in to solve their issue, which was commuting on campus. So I launched Lux Longboards as a rental and repair company and started changing the commute of college students. But after having a 90% battery failure rate with all the boards that I was renting out, being an engineer, I couldn't help myself but to develop a solution. And that solution led me to shift Lux into electric longboard manufacturing and discontinue electric longboard rentals. To date, Lux has been in business for a little over 2 years, and because of this, we've been able to change the commute of hundreds of college students. We have been able to gross close to $100,000 in revenue and have an amazing team of 6 people to help with business logistics. A unique aspect about all of our innovative electric boards is they're equipped with an ultra-flexible battery pack that uses the same battery technology found in Tesla cars. Today, we have one line of production at GCU, and I'm excited to announce that we're going to launch our new line, the Lux Extreme, starting April 20th. The Lux Extreme is the first easily interchangeable 2-in-1 off-road electric longboard in the industry, which means that you can take off your street slicks and put on off-road tires in a little under 2 minutes. And we designed this board so that a consumer's adventure doesn't have to end at the edge of the pavement. With a little under 6 weeks left in college, I'm excited to announce that I'll be going full-time with Lux Longboards once I graduate. And I couldn't be more excited. So, if you guys have any advice or access to manufacturing, marketing, or sales that could potentially help us reach our audacious goal of $1 million in revenue this year, it would be greatly appreciated. But hey, if you guys want to add a little bit of adventure to your day, please stop by our office afterwards, which is
Lux Longboards. Well, right now our judges are still collaborating. You know, they got to make an interesting decision. But we have a lot of young people and we have a lot of old people. So really quickly, I want to take a little poll here to really see where the minds are. Folks, I want to ask you, when you think of a business and you think of what strikes you first, do you think, first off, do you look at the marketing they do, or do you look at what the actual company is all about? Does the marketing pay more attention to you, or are you looking more at, hey, what is the company actually about? If you think the marketing and you pay more attention to that, raise your hand for me. The marketing strikes you, the pictures, the Instagram. If you think the Instagram, and that's going to get you hooked. But what if you're a person who looks more at what the actual company does? Raise your hand. Oh, business people. I like it. Well, that's pretty cool, because I think a lot of people that are companies today really shown that if you can combine the two, it's a really perfect opportunity. And I cannot wait. Also, are our Discover students here right now? All righty. Discover students, can you raise your hand and make some noise for me? Oh, the future. The future. Where are you guys from, Discover? Which part? A lot of places. Do we have any West Coast people? California? Oh, okay. North California, Southern California? Southern California. One person. I like it. Alrighty, any Arizona people? Any people from Seattle? Oh, there we go. We love it. Well, folks, if you don't know our Discover people, we have our Discover leaders in the back. They are brought from different states and given pretty much a premium tour of GCU, and we love it what they do, and they are the future, hopefully, the future antelopes of GCU's campus. Well, right now our judges are quickly figuring it out. It's a very, very intense process. So right now we're going to take pause for about 2 to 3 minutes, enjoy each other, get to know each other, get to know the person behind you and in front of you, and take a moment. We'll be right back. All right. Hey, I said 2 to 3 minutes. Our judges, it looks like, here they come outside of the think tank over there. As they walk on over, can we give them one more round of applause for our judges? A little Lopes up. Well, right now, 5 companies, and although to all our 5 companies, no matter the results, keep on going, keep on changing the future. We are so thankful and in your debt, and we cannot wait to see how you change the world. But right now, the judges have their answers. So, Tim Kelly, I'm going to invite you up here. And here we go in the CANYUN Challenge.
So our judges have deliberated, and we will have our sponsor, Caliber, Jennifer Schrader. Caliber Companies is a brilliant real estate investment group here, and they've been we are so grateful that they have sponsored. And Jennifer, I'd love it if you would announce our winners.
Okay. Are we starting with number 3?
Yeah, start with number 3.
And so number 3 was...
Please stand up so that everybody can see.
So number 3 for us was Rumble.
All right, Rumble, come on up. Great job, young man. Brilliant.
Thank you. We think you're onto something.
And stick around up here because we will do photos. All right, and number 2.
Okay. And then number 2, Waves.
All right, Waves Lock. Making the campus safer. All right, team. All right, where is our big monster check, too? Our number 1 winner
is Lopes Eats.
Yeah, Lopes Eats. Come on up. We do have a big check here. Where is our big check? Carson, rest of the gang, well done. Lopes Eats, bringing food to the masses. We truly appreciate it.
Congratulations.
Great job, guys. With that, we will wrap up for the photo. Thank you all so much for being here and promoting entrepreneurship at GCU. Thank you. Another round for our winners and for our judges. Absolutely. There's the photography team. All right. And we should get our judges in here too. Yeah. Yep. Another one. This way, this way. Awesome. And judges, please come on in here. Yeah, Jennifer, right up front. Yeah, all 3. Sure. Hop on in there. Yeah. Great job. Let's also thank our MC here, Caleb. Thanks for being a part of GCU, guys.